the hell do you want?
I know about your brother. I know he died choking on exhaust fumes.
You don't know shit. My brother died because he wanted to. He ran a rubber hose from the exhaust pipe.
Arnie would have never bought that car if he'd known somebody died in it.
Either you're dumber than you look, or you don't know your friend very well. He had the same look in his eye my brother always had. Probably the only thing my brother ever loved in his whole rotten life was that car.
All right, guys, welcome back to Remember That. Tonight, I'm joined by the wizard of the Excel sheet up there, Mr. Cade, the cat with a hat, Daniel, and the gruesome twosome, Audrey and Josh. My name is Corky, and we are the Remember That crew. And if you didn't know, we talk about horror movies every week. And this week, we're going to do Christine. So before we get cracking, man, what'd you guys think about Christine? Who else seen it before? Cade, you said it's your first time watching it?
Very first time watching it, yes.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
And I guess I consider myself, a Stephen King fan. It's over the years I've grown to be more of a Stephen King fan, and I'd always heard about this movie from Daniel and Brent, and it's very unique, in that, recently we covered Cujo, where you have, a dog as the main, killer, or, that arguably, he was the bad guy, But in this movie, it's a car, that's just the last thing you would think about as something that could be the, killer or slasher in a movie. So I thought that was super unique. So I did enjoy the movie, but I'll have to give my opinions a little bit more detail as we get to the podcast.
Right. Well, I like the
Cade,
movie.
had you read the book, Cade?
I have not.
Okay.
I bet the book's good. I bet it's good. Yeah.
There's stuff in the book, of course, that's not in the movie.
Right.
And it goes a little bit more into detail about what Arnie is actually working with Darnell doing.
Yeah.
And it's not good. So,
not.
I mean, it's a good book.
Well, I discovered how different his books are from his movies when we done The Shining, and I've realized there's so much more to that story other than what the movie shows, so.
Yeah,
I would like to read Christine and see how in depth it goes, other than what the movie does. Because I bet it's cool, man.
Well, the movie does follow the book fairly well, but there are a few key deaths that occur that's not in the movie. It goes a little bit more into Darnell's backstory too, which I thought was pretty cool. So the movie is still really good though.
Cool. Well, let's just dive into it, man. Excuse me. So tonight, I'll remember that we're going to be heading back to 1983 for a movie that proved you don't need to be a masked killer, a haunted house, or some monster hiding under the bed to scare the hell out of somebody. Wow. Sometimes all you need is a beautiful red and white 1958 Plymouth Fury with a really bad attitude. This movie is directed by horror legend John Carpenter and is based on the novel by Stephen King. Christine tells the story of Arnie Cunningham, an awkward teenager who falls in love with a beat-up old car named Christine. All right, guys, so we've done got our first impressions. Cade, run down that cast for us, man, before we dig into it.
Yeah, so I thought this movie had a pretty decent cast, especially who's playing our main guy here, Arnie. Arnie, the super nerdy character in the movie, so I relate to that a lot. Not to the part where he becomes kind of a jerk and starts messing with his car. But we got Keith Gordon here. That is the actor who plays Arnie Cunningham. He's been in a few other films. One that I will note, he was in Jaws 2, so I think that's pretty cool to note here for the actor who plays Arnie. Moving on from him, we have his best friend in the movie. The guy's got some charisma, the football player. We have John Stockwell. He plays Dennis Gilder in the movie. And I recognize him for sure because he was in Top Gun. So I thought that was pretty cool. So pretty decent cast here. And then Lastly, the last person I'll mention here is actually going to be Arnie's girlfriend in this movie, and that is Alexandra Paul, and she plays Lee in the movie. And she was in Baywatch, so that's kind of the main
Baywatch.
cast
Who was
here.
she in Baywatch?
She was
Stephanie.
David Hasselhoff's girlfriend.
Yeah, it
For
says here she
real?
was
Well,
Stephanie
yeah.
Holden in Baywatch. So
Okay, all right. Well, that's a new tidbit I didn't think we'd be getting today. A little Baywatch knowledge.
that's right. That's right.
Well, where we at now? Josh, you got the box office for us.
I do have the box office. So the estimated production budget was around $10 million.
Oh, wow.
Opening weekend, it made $3.4 million, and then it grossed a total of $21 million in
Well,
the
that ain't too
domestic
bad.
box office. Yep.
Well, it made money.
Wasn't too bad. It made some money. That's right.
Doubled
Made
its
some
money,
money.
And at 83, that was decent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that is in today's money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Look,
Yeah,
if you give me $21 million today, I'm not ever working again.
Yeah.
You
well,
know?
if you invest it right, you don't have to.
That's
Hey,
right.
look, I can promise you, I can work every day the rest of my life, and I won't make $21 million. So I
Probably
think I'll
right.
be all right by not clocking in Monday morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're probably fine.
Audrey, what about that Rotten Tomatoes score for us? Let me take a guess on this one. I'm getting the critics hated it, and I bet the audience loved it. What'd they say?
You're wrong.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
So the critics' tomato meter, it was actually rated higher, and it's higher than what I thought it would be at 69%.
Wow.
Really? Never
They
seen that
really
coming.
liked the John Carpenter stylish direction. My goodness, they praised his practical effects, kind of a new spin on a horror movie. They did say they felt like it dragged a little bit towards the middle, but the car premise was a little too silly for them as well. For the audience, they came in not much lower, but 65%.
Well,
I mean, it is about a haunted car. I'll give them that.
I would say
But-
possessed car. That's what I'm going to put out there.
Well, John Carpenter himself that directed the movie said he was making a movie about a haunted car.
It don't matter what he
But
said. I
I'm
have my
just
own
saying.
opinion. Screw John Carpenter. You know what? I'll put that out there.
A lot of people have said that too.
Everybody can be wrong at least once or twice in their life.
I didn't feel like the movie dragged in any part of it. Like I thought that it was well paced, and I'm huge on pacing, so I don't get that.
I don't
But,
either, to be honest.
know.
I thought it was a very well paced movie myself.
Yeah.
So whatever, guys. Before we get into it, you guys got anything else you want to tell us about first impressions or anything like that, or are you just ready to dive into this classic?
Well, Josh gave me a little bit of a tidbit about Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, the role of Arnie was actually offered to Kevin Bacon first, and he ended up taking the role in Footloose instead.
That was probably a wise decision.
He probably did himself a favor.
It worked out well for him. Good decision.
Yeah, good going there, Kev.
Kevin
But
Bacon's
now
first
the-
big role was Friday the 13th, right?
See, Kevin Bacon wasn't even the big draw in that. Betsy Palmer was the big draw,
Yeah.
and also it had that famous singer. Crap, What's
Friday
that
the
dude's name?
13th?
Yeah, and
Who
it had
was his
his
big
son
singer?
in it. He was a big time Christmas dude that sang Christmas songs and stuff.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look that up. I got to know this.
I was sitting there thinking, Michael Bublé.
I was thinking Mariah Carey.
No.
I mean, if it was Michael Myers, maybe.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's Harry something, and that's the son that was
Harry
in
Styles.
No, God.
I got the cast pulled up right now. I don't know if I recognize any of these names. Who do you think it is, Daniel?
Rick Springfield.
It's the dude that got stabbed up on the door in the storm with the arrows.
I don't even know that guy's name.
It's Harry something.
Harry Crosby?
Harry Crosby. So Bing
Related.
Crosby,
I was fixing
Bing
to ask.
Crosby is the big Christmas guy from the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah.
And his
Now, is
son,
that-
Harry Crosby, was the big draw back then in the movie.
Well, now, is that the only thing Bing Crosby was ever known for was Christmas songs?
Pretty much. I mean, he was a
How you
big-time
get
singer back
famous
then.
big like that off Christmas songs?
Because of
That's
people like
crazy.
my mom.
Just buy Christmas albums and stuff.
Dude, my Christmas music.
I was going to say, you like Christmas albums, don't you?
Shoot, yeah, man.
And
I
back
love
then,
Christmas music.
songs were limited.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as the Halloween season's over, Christmas music starts, buddy.
See,
I'll give it about 2 weeks of some metal, and then I move right into Christmas, and I'm like,
I can't do it.
dude, yeah.
There has to be some metal Christmas music albums out there.
There
is. I've got some on my playlist.
Dang it, man. I didn't know people was into
Twisted
Christmas music.
Twisted Sister does the best rendition of I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus. It's freaking great, man.
I will have
It's
to listen
awesome.
to this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up as soon as this show's over because I can't pick. What's that guy's name that's the singer from
Crosby?
Twisted Sister? No,
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder.
Yeah.
You talking about
Big
D.
Crosby.
I can't picture him singing about Christmas, man. That's crazy.
Speaking of him, we need to cover that movie too. He played in a movie called Strangeland.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
That's
this.
a creepy movie.
Yeah.
That's a very twisted movie.
Have you seen the movie Trick or Treat? Not the one that came out in the 90s, the one that came out in the 80s, and
it's a good movie. I've seen it.
It had Ozzy Osbourne in it, and it
Did it?
I have
was that
seen
other
it,
guy
but
that-
man, it's been years ago.
had another
No.
big time singer in it, I thought. Anyway, back to Christine. I was gonna say
Sidetrack.
super duper sidetrack tonight. I was gonna say that the guy that played Arnie, you said that he was in Jaws 2, and I
Yeah.
remember him from Jaws 2, but he was also in Back to School in 1987 with Rodney Dangerfield. That was a comedy.
I remember that movie, man. Golly, bro.
That's the Triple Lindy. That's
Yeah,
all
he
you
was
have
doing
to
that
say.
dive competition.
Yeah, all you have to say is a Triple Lindy, and everybody knows what.
He
you're
also
talking about.
directed the show Dexter, which is
Really?
kind of cool.
He directed.
He
He did. Did he
Yeah.
do the whole series, or
He
did he,
did.
only do?
I don't know if he did all of it, but he did some Dexter. He did Fargo, and I don't know these other two series. So I didn't like they were worth mentioning, but
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
He was actually at a con.
Now, who is this
year
we're
or two
talking
ago.
about?
this is
Bing
Keith
Crosby?
Gordon. No,
Oh,
Keith
God.
Gordon.
Keith
Michael
Gordon,
Bublé.
Bing Crosby. No, Bing
I
Crosby
didn't
back
know.
in
Sorry.
Friday the 13th.
Okay. All right.
Even more sidetracked. We're back. Christine.
Here we go again.
Let's steer this sucker back on the interstate here. We
Let's
just
do
got
it.
off
Let's
on
try it.
Christmas
Plymouth.
albums and Bing Crosby. So let's get back on track. All right. So in the beginning of the movie, we're going to meet Arnie Cunningham or whatever you want to call him. Now, he's a shy and awkward teenager who gets pushed around at school and he seems to live in the shadow of his much older, more confident best friend, Dennis Gilder. Everything changes when the two of them are driving along and Arnie suddenly spots a beat-up red and white 1958 Plymouth Fury sitting alongside a house with a for sale sign on it. The car is named Christine, and despite the fact that she looks like she belongs in a junkyard, Arnie immediately falls in love with her. Dennis immediately gets a bad feeling about the car, and those feelings only get worse when they meet up with George LeBay. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man
And
selling Christine.
He's also the old man from Home Alone.
Ooh,
That's what I
okay.
thought.
Okay.
I even said that to Audrey whenever
Yeah.
I see him. I'm like, man, he looks like that guy.
Yeah,
That was that creepy guy
Interesting.
Home Alone, which is a Christmas movie, which goes back to Christmas albums sang by Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
We weren't too far off.
Crosby.
So there we go.
Wow.
There we go.
Full circle.
All right. So George LeBay, which is the dude we were just talking about, is the man selling Christine. Arnie doesn't care. He buys the car against his parents' wishes and takes her to a local garage where he begins restoring it. And then something strange starts to happen. The better Christine looks, the more Arnie changes. His clothes change, his confidence grows, he stands up for himself, and suddenly the awkward kid everyone used to push around has an entirely different personality. He even begins dating the new girl at school, Leigh Cabot. Man, where did they come up?
Lee Cabot. Dude, last week I was messed up on Egyptian names. You can't even say Lee Cabot.
Look, if
God,
I'm gonna say it like it looks like Lee Cabot. All right. So Lee Cabot. That's Lee Cabot. All right.
Golly.
So let me get through this introduction.
You
3
can
lines
try.
left. Lee, what was her name? Lee Cabot.
Lee Cabot.
All right, that's Lee Cabot.
It's not Cabo. It's Cabot.
Lee
So
Cabo.
Christine almost seems too good for Arnie. She's given him the confidence he never had before, but it quickly becomes obvious that this relationship between a boy and his car is turning into something much darker. All right, so break down this movie the first part of it, Daniel. What was some scenes we need to talk about? I'll leave the floor open for you guys.
All right. So to begin with, when Christine was first made, you see her coming down the assembly line in the plant, and none of the other cars are painted. So already you know that something is wrong with this picture. And so there's the guy that opens up the hood, and he's doing like some QA, final checks on her. The hood slams down on his hand. That is played by a guy who ended up being in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3 in 1990. He played one of the killers in the family. But so his hand gets all busted up. They take him on. And then you've got this other guy that I guess he's going to get in. And everybody that seems to get in the car, even from the very beginning of the movie, just seems to almost get pulled in. And it's almost like a trance-like state that they go into. So this guy, he's listening to this old song on the radio, and he flips his cigar ash in the seat. And then 5 o'clock bell rings. Everybody's leaving. Supervisor comes around, does a final check, and that guy's dead in the seat. So Christine from the assembly plant has already killed somebody. So there's a lot of things that you're already seeing within the first probably 2 minutes of this movie that something's off about this car. Something's going on. And so then it kind of skips 20 years and gets up into 1978. You meet Arnie, you meet Dennis, and you already see that Arnie, he gets kicked around by everybody. His parents kick him around and whatnot. They go to school and have this thing, but whenever Arnie first sees Christine, he is immediately enamored with her. But you have the school scene that happens before that, and you meet a lot of other characters that are going to come into play later on in the movie, especially Buddy Repperton and his gang. So, Cade, you want to break that scene down?
Yeah. So one of the things I love about these older movies, and like growing up, like the oldest movie that I guess I could say I watched a lot was the first Spider-Man movie. And when you see the people that play high schoolers in these older movies,
I know exactly what
dude, they're not teenagers.
No,
like not
no.
Do you
even
know
They're
what's
not
even
even in their
crazier?
20s most of the times. You know what I'm saying?
The guy Buddy that you're talking about, he looks like he's about 30 years old.
Seriously,
he's actually
older than
only
I do.
23.
In that,
Yeah.
he's only 23.
Why
He
did
was
people
in
look
real
so?
life.
Why do people look so much older back then? You know what I mean?
They lived a
don't
harder
know.
life.
I genuinely think that they just
Man.
didn't, grab
because
a
they're
bunch of young
smoking cigarettes
kids.
cigars while they're at work building cars.
And this guy
Probably.
had like the chops coming down. He had the
Sweet
long hair.
chops,
He
boy.
looked like
I
he
mean,
was 30-something years old, boy.
I could not grow 3
That
hairs
dude
on my
was only
chin in high
23.
school.
23 years old.
It's funny you
Like,
say that.
hey, no
I
way.
pretty much had a full beard in high school.
Like I just didn't. Like I was super small. I was like 140
Dude, I can't-
pounds, dude. No facial hair. And then I'm like, all right, let me just see these high schoolers how they compare to me. I'm like, nah, dude. Like these guys are grown men, like taking freaking algebra 2. Like okay. So we get that. The first part of the movie really just is made to establish and show how Arnie is, a big nerd, so that his transformation is so much more apparent, and you see that throughout the movie. And this, scene with Arnie in shop class, which he started taking shop class to try to get more familiar with cars, really kind of personifies that, because essentially Buddy here is picking on him. He's got his lunch. Dennis comes to try to help him. We get some really funny one-liners from Buddy in this scene. Like I don't have them written down, but he says some really goofy stuff to
He's very dramatic.
Dennis. Yeah, he's very dramatic, and I laugh so hard when essentially Dennis is like trying to fight Buddy, and then one of Buddy's friends just grabs
Moochie.
Dennis by the nuts and just squeezes the nuts.
Moochie grabs a handful of crotch.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And then he says something stupid. Like I can't remember. It was something outrageous, but it really just
Calls him dick face or something.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yes. It was
Well,
just
that's another
random.
thing that I didn't understand in this movie is they all acted like calling somebody a shitter was completely
Yeah, I don't
normal
know.
and like a normal part of vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm coming from the last movie I did, because I was out last week. The last movie I saw for horror film was Obsession, so I'm used to seeing some peak dialogue and writing. So here's somebody
This was
caused by
peak
that.
dialogue and writing in the 80s.
1983.
It's just
It was.
sign of the times. But But yeah, this just sets up, to see Arnie's transformation and then to show some motivation as to why certain things happen later on in the movie. But, we are coming from the scene at the Chrysler plant where we see someone die. You really don't see a lot happen with the car for a while before he actually ends up going to the body shop to start repairing it. But yeah, this scene cracked me up. This is the scene that made me laugh. Like, I can tell if this is how this is about to be.
So one more little tidbit about this scene in the shop class, whenever he's trying to get his lunch. The tall redheaded guy, if you remember him, his name is Vandenberg, and he's the guy that Trelawney and Buddy is going to pick up after Moochie is killed. He is actually the guy from Friday the 13th Part 2. He was the dude that lived. He got drunk, went out drinking, and he asked if they had any late night bars open.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was him.
That's cool.
So he made it through Friday 13th too, but he did not make it through Christine.
Your luck's got to run out sometime, man.
So going back to the scene where you see Christine rolling off the assembly line, all of those cars are actually painted the stock color. That car was only offered in that tan color.
Really?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that they hadn't been through paint yet.
No, they were all factory color. That was the only car that was different.
So
Man,
this was just
one
a
very
special
drab,
order.
very drab color. Then that tan looking thing.
It's
Wow.
like nicotine yellow.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. So there
Just
was
a little
there was
nicer than primer.
no lore behind where the car came from. I guess it's kind of, maybe the book details this, but randomly someone ordered this car in red, or
No, the
What's
car
the-
picked it. The car picked it.
Really?
It's a haunted. Yeah, it's a haunted car from the get go.
So here, one of the questions I found that everybody talks about, and on a couple podcasts I listen to, do you guys think Christine kind of represents? Because this dude never could get a girl. He was kind of like a nerd and stuff like that. A lot of people are saying Christine was kind of like him getting that first, girlfriend that he's real proud of, and then his voice starts changing. He starts acting differently. Do you guys think that, that car kind of represents his first true love or something like that?
Yeah.
Kinda
Well,
kicked off
here
puberty
we
in him?
go again, taking love and turning it into a villain.
Yeah, boy, love is a
Josh
love.
with that one line from the Obsession episode.
Yep.
So
Knowledge was dropped that
Christine,
day, son.
in the book, the
Sorry for the interruption.
the movie kind of glosses over it, but in the book, Arnie is actually getting possessed by Roland LeBay,
Is that the
which
dude
is
that died in the car?
George LeBay's brother.
Yeah.
And so he starts talking like he's from the 50s. He starts dressing like he's from the 50s. He starts carrying himself like he's from the 50s, because that's when Roland LeBay was from.
Right.
And so
Makes sense.
And it doesn't say that in the movie, but in the book, you can actually read that in the book.
Yeah. And
Okay.
actually the book even takes it a step further, because Dennis gets taken home by Christine by herself without Arnie driving. So he's in there with Christine, and George LeBay is the ghost behind the wheel, and all of these people that Christine has killed are actually ghosts that are sitting in the back seat.
Their souls
Really?
are trapped inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
That would've
it's a
been cool.
creepy it is a creepy scene in the book.
No
I'll
doubt.
say
no
that.
doubt.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been in the movie. I think that's what it
Yeah.
was missing for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually texted my mom earlier because she used to have a huge Stephen King collection, but I guess when they moved down here from Oklahoma, she left her whole Stephen King collection up there.
Oh, that
Man.
sucks,
I was going to get
dude.
that book
Wow.
and read it, but
I
Well,
definitely would like
it's
to.
worth the read, man. It's good. It's pretty
No
good.
doubt. Well, so is there any other notable scene we need to cover as far as the beginning of the movie? Is there anything you guys can think of before we move on to the middle?
I said the one thing I could think of is, whenever Arnie gets Christine and he goes home to his parents, you can quickly see how his parents are pretty controlling parents, and how that has caused and motivated Arnie to do even more some of the stuff that he does in the movie, because you can quickly see his mom's like, nah, like, I'm not registering this car for you. You can't keep it in the driveway. And that forces him to go to this body shop to, do all his repairs there. So that's something else that we kind of see in the movie, because once he turns, he does some. I don't know if in the book he does anything crazy to his parents, but in the movie, he kind of cusses him out. He chokes his dad straight up.
Well, and when he
Well,
chokes his dad in the book, that scene happens in the book. When he chokes his dad in the book, he's actually LeBay. He's not Arnie. And
so he's
the dad actually looks, and it's not his son that's got him in the chokehold. It's Roland LeBay.
So let me ask you something. I never put this two and two together that this was this LeBay guy. So he's kind of like possessing him and stuff like that. Is that how you're taking it?
In the book, he is. In the movie, it's more the car.
They portray it more like the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, the car really took possession of Roland whenever he bought it. And it was more of an obsession for him. And then he like got super possessive. So he was like this super possessive boyfriend. And the car was like a super possessive girlfriend. And so it ended up, anybody that it saw as a threat, it eliminated them.
And I want to say Dennis somehow found out about some of the history of the car.
Yeah. He talked to
LeBay
he talked
told
to
him,
George.
yeah.
He talked to George LeBay.
He went
the
back
brother.
and talked to him, right? And after Arnie was gone and found all that stuff out, and he said that maybe that would have changed his mind if he knew, somebody had died inside. I'm pretty sure.
And then he was like, "You don't know your friend half as well as you think you do."
Yeah, I think that Roland like fed a rubber hose from his exhaust inside the car and suffocated himself with carbon monoxide. So
yeah,
and LeBay even referenced his brother, talking about that part that Daniel was talking about. He said, your friend had the same look in the eye as his brother did. So.
Wow.
And
that was from the very first time that Arnie showed up, and he was just zoned in, locked in, and LeBay caught that right off the bat. But it was a spooky scene whenever he was talking to Dennis, whenever he come back and he was asking about, the death of his brother and everything. It's a really spooky scene whenever he was like, yeah, he tried to get rid of it one time. And he said the car came back 6 weeks later. And he goes, what are you talking about? The car come back. And the look that he gave, it just was creepy. And so you're sitting there watching it and you're like, oh, okay.
So what are your opinions on why was Christine in such bad shape? If she could regenerate herself, why is she sitting in Dude's yard until...
Because her love was dead.
Yeah.
No possession.
Exactly what Josh said. Roland was dead, so she was brokenhearted and she just fell derelict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what's his name comes? She's like, hey, that's my man. That's my man right there.
That's my
Got
new
me
man.
a new love, you know what I'm saying?
That's my number one. That's my bae.
You know what I just thought about? And what do you think about this? If you think about it, this movie's got a lot, like Obsession has a lot to do because, he always wished for something like this. He gets this car that he really wants, but then it's like, okay, but there's going to be some bad come along with it. You're going to get the car you want. You're also going to have to, it's going to kill a few people along the way,
Yep.
So, and it's all about love, man. Screw love. You know what I'm saying? Love causes too much problems.
So it seems.
Love is the root of all evil, Dang.
And so that's why Christine really didn't start helping Arnie out until Arnie put in all of that time into fixing her up, because she was kind of testing him the whole time. So she could see that now she's got her hooks in him. Okay, now let's see if he's going to be for real. And he was very diligent in trying to fix her up and everything. And then she was like, okay, so now you're mine.
All right, we're going to get on into the middle of the movie. As Arnie becomes more obsessed with Christine, Christine seems to become equally obsessed with Arnie. Lee realizes very quickly that something isn't right with this car, especially after she nearly chokes to death while sitting inside Christine. It's almost like Christine sees Lee as competition. Meanwhile, the group of bullies who have been tormenting Arnie decide they're going to get the revenge on him by breaking into the garage and completely destroying Christine. They smash the windows, destroy the body, and basically leave the car in pieces. But there's just one problem. Christine can fix herself. So, what do you guys think about the middle part of the movie? What scenes do we need to go over?
I think it's a miracle that you just made it through that.
I can't believe we've made it.
That's a miracle.
I've forgotten everything about the movie.
For everybody listening.
Audrey almost lost it the whole time. She was over there giggling. She was moments away from losing her shit.
Listen, for everybody out there listening, you have no idea how long it took me to read that last paragraph. You have no
How many
idea.
times?
We
Holy
have got
bum.
ourselves together now.
But hey, we got through it. We're here now.
here.
So
We made
Did
it.
get through it.
we're at the middle of the movie. So obviously, some chicks getting choked inside Christine, and so Christine gets beat up, and she
Well-
can heal herself. So, what scenes do we need to talk about?
Let's start with the football scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Balls.
Dennis gets hurt pretty bad, and he gets
Yep.
put in the hospital. So this shows you because Arnie and Dennis was always really close. This shows you through their interaction just how drastically Arnie is changing at this point. So he's coming in and he's got a completely different outlook on life. He's got a different attitude. He's telling Dennis that he wished people would die. He told Dennis that, you know, his parents, yeah, man. He told Dennis that, you know, if they wouldn't register his car, that he was going to drop out of school. I mean, it just shows you kind of how far he's fallen, right? So then you start looking at scenes like in the drive-in where Lee Cabot almost chokes to death on a hamburger, and she is now putting together that Christine is basically possessing Arnie, and
Somebody
she's very
help him.
jealous. He's not going to make it.
Ever since he is giving us his theory about this freaking car,
Face of the planet.
Freaking breathe.
the theory could not be more wrong, too.
I can't.
You know what this reminds me of, Daniel, is when we was interview Richard and we started laughing. I can't freaking quit.
Back in the teens.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
God,
anyway, all right. So the bad guys. So the bad guys. Who are we talking about?
Yeah, Buddy and
Buddy,
the gang.
I don't know.
Buddy Repperton is he finds out where Christine is being kept, and then him and his goons bust in and they completely destroy Christine. And this causes Arnie to really snap. And so, you know, he's already pushed away Dennis. Now he's pushed away his girlfriend. And at this point, he's talking to Christine and he's saying, you know, we're going to show him, we're going to get fixed up and everything. And then Christine fixes herself right in front of him. And now you as the audience are going, okay, now stuff's about to get real. So after this happens, then Christine starts going after the bad guys that did it. Now, my question is, because we see Christine, but the windows are completely blacked out. So whenever Christine is going after everybody that busted her up, is Arnie with her or is it just Christine? What are everybody's opinions?
Yeah, he's definitely not, because the owner of the shop, I believe he talked about how Arnie is doing a delivery for him in one of his cars. And so during the massacre, it's definitely Christine. I think.
I
And that's
agree
what I think,
that
too.
one, but that happened at a separate time. So when the first guy gets ran over,
Moochie.
Moochie, you never see Christine by herself, or if Arnie is in there.
Yeah.
That's not till
Because the windows
later.
stay blacked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not till later. I believe what you're saying, Cade, with the second
time.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
second
that's right.
time. But that first time, you never really see if he's driving or not.
That's true. Yeah, and I'll say it is kind of crazy. I've never been watching a movie and to see a possessed car and kind of having the car like made out to be like, you know, super creepy and scary. You know, at first I was thinking, okay, this is gonna work. You know, I could see the car was like off in the distance and the camera panned by this big wall. And I was like, okay, maybe the car is going to give me a jump scare. But, you know, I don't know how you guys feel, but it's just like, I feel like, I don't know, like a car doesn't scare me at all. So, you know, there wasn't that
when the
horror
car's
aspect
trying
for
to
me.
run you down.
Now, if I was in his
scary.
shoes, then for sure, you know.
They used a lot of cool tricks to make that car scary.
Yeah, I
so
think they did. Yeah.
the lighting that they used, instead of using a 12-volt system, they actually plugged in two 12-volt batteries to it to cause it to be brighter than normal.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
All right.
And then that scene where the car fixes itself was actually reverse
Yeah,
film.
I knew
that's
that.
what I was thinking they
knew
were
that
using.
part.
And they
do
had
that.
used hydraulic rams and cables to pull the car in on itself for that.
I knew that part, and I always thought that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
Just watching it, it was like, how the crap are they doing it? And then I watched a documentary on it, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Hey, they got inventive back in the day with their practical effects.
They did.
Man.
Well, I had to look it up too because I didn't know how they possibly could have done that much damage. First of all,
and that's not the first time that John Carpenter did that reverse effect. So in the original Halloween, whenever Michael Myers kills the German Shepherd and he's holding the German Shepherd, you kind of see the leg come down. That was shot in reverse as well.
Right. Well, let me ask you guys this. Let's say they remake this movie today, okay? What car would they use to be Christine?
I would want them to use like a 1960s or 70s muscle car, but you know that now you're, instead of seeing Christine, it was a 20-year-old car. If you do something like that, you're talking about a 40-something-year-old car, older than that even.
Yeah, I think they use a Nissan Altima because that's what's always getting pulled over.
Hey, I drive a Nissan Altima thing.
But I mean, honestly,
they need to do like an old big body car, like a 78 Monte Carlo or something.
If they did like one of those muscle cars like that, and then you've got it up against, you know, this like souped up Civic, you know, that like they drove in Fast and the Furious and everything, that thing would just eat that thing alive, man. It'd just run right over it, you know? So they could really cause some carnage with that.
You know what I think they'd use? The same way if they redone Back to the Future these days, I think they'd go Cybertruck.
You think that Christine would be a Cybertruck?
Technically, I was saying this last night, you know, Tesla they robbed the idea for full self-drive from Christine, you know, that Arnie's using.
Yeah, no doubt. So
I guess that would be kind of an interesting modern twist, like an AI.
Yeah, it could definitely happen. It could happen more today than it could back then. It could easily happen today, you know?
Yeah. Well, there was actually a story where some lady's self-driving car drove her into someone's house.
I don't know how that happened because it should not let you go that fast.
I wouldn't think so.
Unless there's some...
Well, Christine gets beat up, and at that point, she's going to start going after Buddy Repperton and his gang. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah, and there's a detective that actually is starting to catch, you know, he's noticing that there's a trend here. He actually talks to Arnie at school, and Arnie's like trying to be all cool dude, and you know, it's...
Well, at first he's a peckerhead to him, and he's like smarting off and everything, and said, you know, well, looks like you fixed your car up really good. You can't even get this style of paint anymore. And he was like, oh yeah, you can. And he goes, yeah, where'd you get it? Nah, I got it up the road. And he was like, you got receipts? He goes, nah, tossed it right out the window.
Just BS and everything.
Yeah. And so then after Moochie gets killed, then he comes back and he's talking to him, and he was like, you know, I want to see your receipts. And he was like, okay, I've got the receipts right here. And it was, you know, more accusatory.
Because that was when his boss was killed too, because
that was after Darnell was killed.
Yeah, and he knew he didn't have anything to do with that because he wasn't there. He was in his boss's car, so he's like, I got receipts.
His death was crazy. He got crushed by the car.
Yeah.
And so
against the steering wheel.
The book kind of goes into a little more detail about Darnell. Darnell is more than just this junk car place that owns and operates it. He's actually a drug dealer. So
that's why I started saying there's got to be something else going on.
Arnie starts trafficking his drugs for him using his car.
Right.
And that's why him and Darnell, because you kind of see it in the movie where him and Darnell kind of gets close. Darnell's letting him use his car, and he's gone at these odd times and whatnot. In the book, it's even more so. And they're like pretty tight because Darnell, you know, he's got this on Darnell, and so now Darnell's got this on him because he's working for him, and so they work together, you know, pretty closely. But go ahead. What is next? What are we doing?
I think if you guys are done talking about this part of the movie, it's time to see what Josh has got going on.
Well, shoot, yeah, man. Let's segue over into some trivia, man.
I've been excited. It's my first time with a board in hand, so I'm excited for this. First time. Is Josh's first time have you ran the game?
I've never done it. This is the first time.
Nice. We'll see what kind of questions he's got for us.
So I'll just run down the quick rules here for what's it called? Dry erase board trivia. So he's going to tell us the question, and then we're going to have about 5 seconds. Josh he'll take care of that. About 5 seconds, whatever, 10 seconds to write down the answer, and then he's going to say show him, and then he'll go around. He'll name off everybody's answers, tell us who got it right, who got it wrong. Sound good?
Sounds
Got
good.
you.
All right, let's do it.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
Ready?
All right. What was the tag number of
Oh
Christine?
my God,
I knew you were going to ask this.
I don't have a clue.
All right, everybody ready?
Hold up.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, it was CBQ 241.
CBQ
I'm the only
241,
dude
baby.
CQB.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so who all got it?
Everybody but me.
Yep.
So
All
I'm
right,
guessing that they showed that a whole lot since everybody
Yeah, they
got
did.
It was
show
on there
that one a
several
couple
times.
It
times.
was on there several times.
Okay.
I threw a couple of softballs for y'all.
Okay, I bet I still don't get them.
I don't know why I'm throw it
Give
at
me a
you.
second to find that in my notes, dude. I was nervous for a
I
second.
know. I was like, I know there's a C in it, but I don't know.
I was like,
where-
I know Josh is counting down the time.
Where does the movie take place?
I got it.
Okay, I got it. Almost.
All right, everybody show it. It was Rockbridge, California.
Yes, son.
Daniel's mom's house. I don't think that's right.
See, now this is where taking notes really comes in clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no multiple choice here.
I
know for a
told
fact
you,
I don't have
man.
as good as notes.
I tried. I've seen this movie a million times, and I tried to watch it, but I fell asleep every time I pressed play this week.
Everybody should get this one, I think.
I
What
bet
was
I
the
don't.
name of the garage Christine was kept in?
Sometimes I wonder why I'm even here.
All right, ready?
I'm still writing. Okay.
All right, show it. It was Darnell's.
Darnell, baby.
I would have just
What?
took Darnell's. Darnell's was fine. AutoZone. Oh my god.
God almighty.
O'Reilly's.
Big
Auto
fat
parts.
goose egg right now.
It's gonna be a goose egg all night, Cade. I'm done.
That's all right, dude.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, next question. What word did Arnie's mom not allow him to use in Scrabble?
I can't spell it.
I actually
kidding
remember
me?
this line.
I hope I spelled it right. Don't make fun of
Probably
me.
not.
Probably not.
It's a hard word to spell. All right, ready? The word is fellatio.
Not abstinence. I didn't get that one,
So
bro.
am I the only one that's not missed one yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Nah, it's you
Okay.
and Audrey right
That's
now,
because you've
buddy.
been cheating. You stole my notes, didn't you?
Freaking
Didn't you
I
check
knew
the
that
notes?
would come up too, man. I didn't put that in my dang notes. Look at these notes, bro. The one
was
time I don't have
actually-
that one.
I was actually driving home trying to think of like, okay, what notes didn't I take that I should have? And I was like, ooh, he's gonna ask that one.
Bro,
because he's-
let me ask me the
12-year-old boy.
time on a clock, dude.
Unfortunately, I didn't take any times down.
Dang it.
What was the year, make, and model of Christine?
Okay.
Everybody ready?
Hold on. Got you.
All right, it was a 1958 Plymouth Fury.
Got you.
I got
Plymouth
Fury.
55?
So I've got 1958 Plymouth.
I said year, make, and model.
Yeah, that's wrong, Cade. I'm sorry. You're going to have to sit with me on this one, buddy.
Is that not enough?
That's not enough.
My question
I
was
know
year,
about
make, and
everything.
model.
It
Go
could have been a
on, bro.
1958 Plymouth Prowler or something like that, you know?
Okay. No
Gotta
points
know
for
that.
me.
I'll give you half a point.
Okay, thank you.
Give him an eighth.
So it's still me and Audrey going
Yeah.
head to head here?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
5 to 5 to 3.5.
So, interesting tidbit about that
3.5.
car is they actually had 28 of those cars that they purchased for this movie.
Yeah.
I knew that too. That's
and
that
it was
I found that
15
interesting.
15% of the budget went into restoring all
I
of those
also
cars.
read not all of them were
Wow.
1958s. Some of them they had to doctor up to look.
Some
like
of them they did,
1958s.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And some
Or
of
maybe
them,
some of them were
were
in
actually
1955.
stunt cars, and some of them actually had like performance motors in them.
Oh
Yeah, some of them did certain things that they used
Mhm.
for different parts of the film.
Yeah,
Which one got set on fire?
the fireproof one.
Yeah.
What was the kill count? On screen and total.
Ooh. Okay, hold on.
Can I have a second to count?
Yeah, hang on.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
All right, time's up.
I got it.
I don't think I got that.
All right, so the total kill count on screen is 7.
Let's go!
Dios Razon. I missed it by
I
one.
got it.
Was
The
there
total?
5 guys in Buddy Repperton's group then?
No,
So I can name.
go for it.
All right,
Okay,
name 'em.
so it's gonna be the first one's gonna be the guy at the plant.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then you've got let's see, you've got the family. That's 3.
Oh, that was off screen though.
Yeah,
so
you said off
what,
and
what
on
was
screen.
You said off and on? Okay.
On and off,
Okay.
yeah. You could have got either one.
Yeah, so I got the gang, and then I've got the boss, and then some of the family. I actually think it might be 8, but I guess 7.
So on screen was 7, you said?
But remember, the little girl died too.
Yeah, the little girl died.
Yeah.
Everybody forgets
Yeah.
about the little girl dying.
So 3
So-
for the family. How many guys were in the gang?
4.
1,
There's
2,
4.
3, 4. Then you've got Boss Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Arnie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about Arnie.
1,
So
2,
that's
3,
7.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6,
So that's 7 on screen right there.
That's 7 on screen. Okay. I counted everybody but Arnie. I forgot
Man,
about
I'm so lucky I got that.
Arnie. Man, did you get that, Audrey?
I got 9, but hang on, because you're doing both on.
I was
and
doing
off
both,
screen?
yeah.
Then
So
that would be 9.
9 would be total, including
Here
an
we
go.
old man and his wife.
Wouldn't it be?
So
He
I
said-
had 9
Wouldn't
total.
it be 10? So you got LeBay and the wife and the little girl plus
Yeah.
the 7.
Hey, he
No, it wouldn't
said
be 10.
7 was
You're
correct,
right.
guys. I think we go with what he said.
Kate is getting the points.
7 is on screen.
7 on screen, 10 off screen.
Yeah.
Or 10 total. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 10 total.
So now the score is 5 to 5 to 4.5.
Man,
All right.
how many more questions you got?
I've got several.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, hold on. My notes
I
closed
wrote
out.
I wrote a total
There
of
you go,
11.
trivia.
What car does Dennis drive in the movie? It's a
Yes.
very iconic car.
I have no idea.
All right, Tom.
I can tell you what I think it is.
Everybody show it. Cybertruck Camaro. A blue one? I can't see what Cade has.
Mustang.
No, you're all wrong. It's actually a 1968 Charger 440.
Oh,
Nope.
I was close.
Sweet looking car.
Cybertruck.
Charger. A Cybertruck
Nissan
charges, you know?
My mama's house.
So this one's going to be very, very difficult if you didn't pay attention to the scene where Christine rebuilt herself.
All right, I got
Okay.
this.
What size engine is shown in Christine?
Oh my God.
Nah, I
How?
got no. I don't know engines, man.
It literally said it on the valve cover.
Okay. That don't do me no good.
All right, Tom.
I'm going to guess.
What's Cade got? My mom. So Corky did get it right. It actually is a 350.
So I got one right?
Let's go,
but
Corky.
it's not the 350 that everybody thinks it is. It's actually a big block 350.
You know what? I was actually going to write down big block. I swear
Yeah.
to God I was.
But it was actually known as the Golden Commando, and it had 2 dual quad carburetors on it, and it produced 315 horsepower from factory.
Wow.
Pretty beat.
Solid
I knew
motor
you were
right
going to
there.
do all these stupid car questions.
Oh, you know I'm a car guy. I can't help it.
So I get
Thank you. So
All
I
right.
didn't get goose eggs. I'm a winner tonight, in my opinion.
So where do we stand?
with it then?
we are at so Audrey has 5 points, Corky's got 1, Daniel's got 5, and I have
Yeah.
4.5.
Oh,
Get
and I've
on
only
my
got.
level.
I think I've only got one question left.
So I could
Alright.
potentially, if it, we'll see.
No, I have 2
I
actually.
hope so.
I have
Okay.
2
Okay.
questions.
2 questions.
What song is playing when Lee is choking?
Dude,
I told you he was going to ask music questions.
Yeah.
I
I
said,
had
yeah,
the song
John.
at the beginning of the movie.
I didn't do the easy one.
Mm.
The time. Push myself. Wow. What's Cade got? I didn't see what
I
Cade
saw
had.
Mama kissing Santa Claus.
Spider-Man. No,
Oh, man.
none of those are correct.
Baseball?
It's "We Belong Together" by Richie Valens.
Okay.
La Bamba.
Bro,
Wherever
that
my
was
darling
so-
was playing whenever Arnie got thrown through the windshield.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
okay.
Is that the last one?
No, I have one last question.
Okay,
Okay.
this is big, guys.
Yeah,
gonna
this
be
is the win.
win.
This is for the win.
So, nervous.
So, what NFL team was on TV at the hospital
Oh, that's a good
after Moochie got crushed by Christine?
okay,
Got you.
All right, everybody ready? No. It was the Oakland Raiders.
hey,
Is that what you got?
Cade's got it.
I don't have Cade on my screen, so I don't know
Cade's
what.
got it.
All right, Cade got it. So now,
Raiders? Damn.
yeah, we still have a. That's my team. That's why I picked it.
Mm.
I screwed that one up. So did Kate
So-
win?
so that gives
Now it's
me-
wait a minute now. He's up
We
by
got a
half a
3-way
point.
tie?
So the score is 5 to 1 to 5 to 5.5. with
So
that.
Cade wins.
Cade
Yeah.
wins
So
by
Cade
half a
wins
by
point.
half a point.
Now, if you guys want to take away the half point on the question that they gave me, that's fair, and then we can do a tiebreaker.
Do you have a tiebreaker?
I don't have a tiebreaker question. I just asked them all.
Freaking paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah.
God,
Do you guys want to do a tiebreaker? I can get a question real quick. It's up to
Is
you
it
guys.
going to be from the movie Christine?
Sure.
If you're going to look it up on Chat GPT, is it even gonna be?
Do you want it to be from another movie? How would you like to solve this dilemma?
I mean, we're doing Christine, so we'll keep it on Christine.
So are we talking about a tiebreaker between us three, or just you and Audrey for second place? What would you guys rather do?
Well, you're a 3-way tie if you take off your half point for cheating.
Dude, I was about to say, Corky, I got tons of questions here. I'll message you. You can pick one of these.
What? Hold on, you would know it. I can't.
I'm
No,
taking
I
away my half
won't.
point. All right, now we're tied. Corky, let's see what you got.
Hold on. I'll have it in just a second.
ChatGPT's loading. Hang
Oh,
on.
you know what? I do have one more question.
Really?
I
Okay.
do.
I've got a good one here, so it's up to whichever you want to do.
Okay.
Doesn't
Ain't
matter
nobody
to me.
gonna get this one. I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna ask it.
Go for it.
All right, who's ready?
I'm in.
What song does Christine play on her radio when she is angry or threatening someone? I'll even give you multiple choice. What's just not even exist? It's probably not even a real song. All right, it's either A, Bad to the Bone, B, Little Bitty Pretty One, C, Johnny Be Good, or D, Rock Around the Clock.
Got it. I got it.
Write it down, son.
This question is not in my notes.
I just put the letter down because I already forgot what you said.
All right.
All right, everybody ready? Show 'em.
Yep.
Let's see what you got. C, B, and C. The answer is B. Daniel got it right.
God,
is
right.
Because that's
Daniel
when,
takes it.
whenever that was playing, whenever Mochi got dropped off, and she was sitting in that alley.
Can I have the?
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that again?
But if you didn't
Daniel
give
is
us
the
it,
winner of trivia.
nice. If you didn't
Just-
give us the options, I would have actually picked that Buddy Holly song.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can't think of
I don't remember what
Bop
it's called,
or
though.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is Hanson that says
I know that.
It's close
but
enough.
That's what they're singing in that song, though.
Okay, so Daniel, you have won trivia once again, my son, which means next week you're going to be in charge of the questions, and
Yes,
we'll
son.
do this all again. All
I
right.
got you.
Having said that, we're going to skip on to the end of the movie. Dennis and Lee finally realize that if they're going to stop all of this, Christine has to be destroyed. They lure her back to the garage and prepare to take her on with a bulldozer. But when Christine finally arrives, Arnie is behind the wheel, and at this point, he is completely devoted to Christine and is willing to fight his own best friend to protect her. During the confrontation, Arnie is thrown through Christine's windshield and is fatally injured. But even with Arnie dying, Christine refuses to stop. Dennis gets behind the controls of the bulldozer and starts smashing Christine. Every time she tries to come back, Dennis crushes her again until eventually the beautiful 1958 Plymouth Fury is nothing more than twisted metal. Christine is finally taken to the junkyard and crushed into a cube. Dennis and Lee stand there looking at what's left of her. Believing that the nightmare is finally over, Arnie is dead and Christine is destroyed, and they have survived. So, what do you guys think about the ending of the movie? Now, if I'm not mistaken, as they're looking at the crushed cube of Christine, the radio starts playing as it goes off, right?
It was
No,
radio.
that
It
was
was
the guy
a
walking
different
by.
guy, not the car.
The fender move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
fender
knew it
moves.
was something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one little tidbit about this last little confrontation inside of Darnell's. They use a bulldozer in the movie, which played better. But in the book, they actually went defensive instead of offensive, and they used a big pink septic tank truck. So this big
Pink?
old heavy, yeah, it was pink. Dennis rented it, and it was this big, heavy, almost indestructible septic tank truck, and it was just like this big, huge pink torpedo.
I wonder why they made it pink.
I don't know. In the book, it was pink, but it was basically indestructible. So every time that Christine would hit it, it wouldn't do anything to the truck, but it would damage Christine. And finally, the truck was able to pretty much just flatten Christine and keep rolling over her. But in the movie, they used the bulldozer.
And did you guys notice, like, Christine's grill as they were damaging it? It almost looked like teeth.
Yes. And that was done purposely with the headlights that come on look like the eyes.
Yeah.
And then they had the grill that looked like the mouth. And Christine
it kind of reminded me of Monster House, the little kid.
Well,
it really does.
They were saying Christine had finally turned into the monster, and you could see the monster, basically.
We should do Monster House.
Oh my god!
Man, I love that movie.
I'll do Monster House. I love that freaking movie, man.
I love that movie.
What's the Norman? Somebody Norman?
Paranorman.
I like that one too. That one was good.
We could definitely do some animated movies around Halloween. That'd be cool, man. But well, we just basically broke down the last scene there and how the movie ends. What? Anything got anything to add before we go on and rank it? I mean, there ain't much to it. They fight Christine and they win. So
as far as
the last thing that I'll say about the movie, as what I like to do with all Stephen King stuff, talking about the bigger picture here, what it connects to. This movie is
tell us, Sarah
yes,
Kate.
We do have some Dark Tower connections. The fourth Dark Tower book, they do describe the same make and model Christine in the book, which is kind of a little Easter egg that Stephen King did back to his previous work with Christine. And the car also appears in It. So I believe
picks up Henry Bowers.
Yep, Henry Bowers interacts with Christine. So which of course It came out. I mean, was it the same year as the movie or the book? Okay,
It come out in 80. It's either 86 or 87 is when the book It come out.
So
that's interesting. I didn't know it was in that movie.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty neat. But I wanted to bring up some of the Dark Tower and It connections there. So shout out to Brent.
Connections.
Kind of cool.
Had to satisfy Brent there. So
there
you go, buddy.
But one of the interesting things about that is only 2 of those cars actually survived filming.
Oh, that's neat.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I wonder if somebody's got them in the garage, like as a collector item or something.
One
of them that was totaled, somebody actually took and restored.
No doubt.
Oh, that's
awesome.
I'll give you another little tidbit about Christine. She actually appears in Cat's Eye for just a brief second. So Cat's Eye is a anthology of 3 different short stories that were all written by Stephen King. And it follows the kind of what happens with this cat, and everybody that this cat interacts with ends up having their own story. So at the very beginning of the movie Cat's Eye, it is chased by a Saint Bernard. So there's Cujo right there. And when it crosses the road, there is a 1958 Plymouth Fury that slams on the brake to keep from hitting the cat. So there's
that's
Christine.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool. I will say this before we rank it. Obviously, I'm not going to lie to everybody. I didn't make it to the end of the movie, and I didn't remember Arnie dying in this movie. I thought he survived.
Yeah, Arnie died.
He gets impaled by some glass.
And at that point in the book, Arnie was completely possessed by Roland LeBay.
So he never regained. He never
gone.
came back to normal. They took over him and he died like that. So that's kind of a dark ending in my opinion. Yeah.
You can kind of see the progression throughout the movie where his face just got darker and darker and darker. And eventually, like he said, it just basically took him over completely.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I didn't realize about this movie. And because Arnie didn't make it. So you kind of got a dark ending there. And in reality, in my opinion, Christine wasn't dead either because she's still, moving.
She's still moving.
She's crushed.
She was moving at the very end, the fender, and in the epilogue of the book, everybody kind of goes on about their business. I think Dennis and Lee end up getting together at least for the rest of their senior year, and I think maybe they tried to go to college together and it didn't work out. But there was one character that was mentioned that had wronged Christine in some kind of way. I don't think that this character was part of Buddy Repperton's crew, but he had moved off. And so what happened in the epilogue is that there was a sighting of a red 1958 Plymouth Fury that had ran over this person in an abandoned drive-in.
Really?
And so that was supposed to be Christine having regenerated herself, after all this time, and was still going after her enemies.
That's cool. One thing I've been thinking about, and because I'm always thinking about how could they have written the sequel or whatever. And there's not a Christine Part 2, is there? Did they ever make a sequel to this movie? Well,
No.
I kind of like to think about it. How would I make the sequel to this movie? Now, hear me out. Christine is all crushed up into a cube, right? And so they're going to recycle all that metal. Well, how about this? When they recycle Christine, they take that metal and make it into a Cybertruck. Boom, we got haunted Cybertruck.
If it's not stainless steel.
How old is this metal that they're using to make the Cybertruck?
Hey, man, it's
Cybertruck is made out of
recycled,
stainless steel.
Yeah, it's all stainless.
Is Christine not stainless metal?
40-something years old. 50 years old.
Listen,
They
man,
can't
plot
find some
hole. It
better
could
metal.
work, okay? It could work.
Bro, you got to possess Coke can.
Or they just recycle her into a Tesla. Boom, we got a new car.
Here's my idea for the sequel to Christine. It's a jealous boyfriend in this one. So a girl that is kind of the nerd and she's picked on and whatnot. And nobody likes her. Nobody thinks that she's pretty and all this stuff. She finds an old car. And basically the same transformation happens with her. And then she becomes like hot. And now she's mean. And, and then the car is a jealous boyfriend. And
I'd watch that this weekend. That'd be a good idea.
And it's a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
No, in my mind, it was like a muscle car. Like
it's got to be a
from
muscle
60s
car.
or 70s. It was like a muscle car.
Well, and I'm going to put this out there in the airways. You guys hear this every week. Show us the money. Let us write your script because we know how it's going to be done.
Especially Corky's. Corky's ideas will sell.
Oh, Lord help.
Hey,
straight to
I just want to see. I just want to see an evil Cybertruck. Just give me an evil Cybertruck. I don't ask for much.
And there will be no scenes in this movie where someone's putting a Band-Aid on their heel either. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no Band-Aids.
So,
see, I forgot about that, Kate. Thanks for reminding me.
You had actually mentioned Cybertruck before in another podcast.
I love Cybertruck. You were talking about
if they redid Back to the Future,
Cybertruck,
you do it in a Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
100%.
So I'd be on board with if you redid Back to the Future, do it in a Cybertruck, but not Christine.
Yeah,
I want to see like a 90s because they only play the music from the era that their car's from. I want like a 90s, have those R&B songs and
And I thought about that too when I was thinking about what kind of setting and what kind of car to use, and you flip the gender role and you use stuff from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
All right, hear me out. We recycle Christine's metal into a 1997 Dodge Stealth with Creed playing in the background.
I think just alone for the Creed, I'll be there.
We mixed with some Matchbox 20 and who is it? Some Sublime, some Papa Roach.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
I was there until you mentioned the car.
And then it's brake stuff, right? Well, when I was in high school, I was all about a Dodge Stealth. I was like, oh yeah, I want an all total black Dodge Stealth that's basically going to break down on me on the side of the road.
I've never seen this car before.
They were cool back when we were in school.
I dated this
I would have
girl
rather
in
had
high
it like
school, and her stepdad had a Dodge Stealth, and it was the biggest piece of crap.
Yeah,
it was always.
I've seen those cars before.
Yeah, I knew a girl in high school that had one too. But if it was me, I'd rather have like a Fox body Mustang.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Or an Eagle Talon. Everybody remember Eagle Talon?
That's a little bit better. Yeah,
I don't even remember an Eagle Talon.
Basically,
I had
the same
one,
thing
and
as
you
an
rode in
Eclipse.
it. That's what's sad,
dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
you had like 18 cars, man. I don't know.
I know.
I remember the Nova, and I remember 2 trackers and the white truck, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
And there was a bunch more mixed in there too. But anyhow, so you guys ready to rank Stephen King's Christine?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's get it ranked. Who wants to go first? Audrey, you're up.
Thanks, you're so sweet.
Ladies first.
I love to catch you guys. Like when I do that, everybody's eyes go.
So
my turn.
Dude.
Okay.
So I enjoyed the movie. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. It didn't really have the scare factor. And coming from watching all these movies that we've done recently, I felt like it was lacking, and it's kind of hard to follow up with those movies. The practical effects were pretty cool, like Josh explaining with it coming back to life. I did enjoy that. I did enjoy the storyline. I just wish there was more of a scare factor to it. So I'm going to give it a 5. I mean, it's still average. I enjoyed it. It wasn't horrible. It's not great.
That's fair.
All right.
That's
all right.
fair.
So Audrey gives it a 5. Josh, what do you think, bud?
Oh man, for me, I'm a huge fan of the old school cars like that. The greaser era was probably one of my favorite eras.
Oh yeah.
The original hot rod guys, you know, they were some cool dudes. So for me, it brought back a lot of that nostalgia that I really liked. It definitely had an 80s vibe to the movie, even though it was set in the 70s. Like Audrey said, it didn't really have any like super cool kill scenes or anything like that, but it was unique. I don't think I'd ever really seen any movies that had a killer car like that, you know, other than like Maximum Overdrive. And I think there's another one called like The Car or something.
Trucks. There's the car from I think that movie came out in the 70s. The Car did.
Yeah,
I know what
it came out before this one, but you know, it's a unique idea. And the fact that it's Stephen King, that just makes it even better for me. Plus, I've read the book, so I'm kind of a bigger fan of the series.
Right.
So for me, I want to give it a 6 just because I like it so much.
Sweet. All right. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. So we got a 5 and a 6. Daniel, you're up, buddy.
All right. Well, I'll put it to you like this. The music is a 10 right there. I like anything that John Carpenter and Alan Harworth does. So, you know, I'm going to score that up. My overall enjoyment, it's a very nostalgic movie for me. That's a 9. It had more symbolism in it than what I had originally thought. And the effects were good, even though the cultural significance kind of had a lower score. So I'm coming in with an 8 for it because I love it. I love this movie.
All right. I can dig that. So we got a 5 from Audrey, a 6 from Josh, and an 8 from Daniel. Cade, you're at bat, buddy.
So I will say I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I love most of his other works. And I will say out of all the Stephen King movies that I have watched, this is probably not my favorite one. I thought this movie was a little slow. I thought the script was really goofy. You know, just some of the scenes with the bullies like that. I couldn't let that go, man. Some of that
Couldn't get on
rough.
board with that, huh?
That's just, I mean, it's sign of times. And so I think it's really unique having a killer car. You know, it's a really, really sick looking car, like Josh had said. So it was cool seeing him work on it. But, you know, it wasn't menacing enough for me with this being a horror movie. You know, I would have liked if they would have adopted what the book had in it, where you had some, you know, trapped souls in this car and maybe you see some of them, you know, that would have added a little bit more of the creepy factor for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 10.
I think that's one of the lowest scores you've ever gave.
Not
Cade.
even
Wow.
average, man. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a 4 for me.
All right. Well,
okay.
Cade's usually so nice. If he don't even like a movie, he'll at least give it 5. So I'm surprised with that.
Yeah, what you said, man.
The lowest score I've given a movie this year was Lake Placid, by the way.
Well, what I mean by that is Lake Placid. What, did I miss a joke?
It's because you lagged really hard.
We cannot understand.
You just went into this robot.
Yeah, it was like,
I was trying to talk and you guys were laughing. I was like, dang, did somebody fart or something? I didn't hear that. Anyhow, y'all done knocked me off the rails. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Anyhow, I will rank it. Man, this has been the episode of the giggles, man.
this is a giggle episode
right there, man.
Okay, so I'm like Cade. This definitely it's probably not my favorite Stephen King movie, but it has a lot of nostalgia value for me. I watched it a lot growing up. Man, you guys, we got to get through this. Am I freezing or what's going on?
nostalgia.
Then he starts smoking weed. Just go along. Just pass, man.
Oh
Pass.
my God.
Hate you
I'm
guys.
sweating.
I know, dude.
I'm glad I'm wearing a black shirt, man.
Okay, now you know what? I'm just not even going to keep talking. I'm going to give it a 6. That's what I'm going to give it.
It's above average. That's a good score.
Yeah, so it's a 6 for me. Cade, what's the average there?
The
buddy?
average is a 6. That is going to be the average score for the Remember That podcast for Christine. A 6 out of 10.
All right.
You heard it here first.
Sweet deal, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Christine gets a 6, and I guess we'll cut on out of here. We appreciate everybody. Josh, what do we say, buddy?
Be kind and rewind.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
See you. Bye.
See you.
Popcorn cold in my shaking hands. Curtains drawn, but I still look back. Red on the reel, every frame a thread. The final girl breathing through a bloody mass. Every cut, every scream plays again. When you talk through the scene, remember that. Every slash of flash, every shadow on the wall. Remember that. You rewind the kill scenes, you name them all. I can't look away when you drag me back through the dark of the screen and the jump scare black. You say roll it back. Yeah, remember that. List of the dead in your notebook scrawl. You laugh soft when the fake hits fall. You break down fear like a crime scene map. Point at the door where they should have run past. Every mask, every blade you replay till the daylight fades. And remember that. Every slash of flash, every shadow on the wall. Remember that. You rewind the kill scenes, you name them all. I can't look away when you drag me back through the dark of the screen and the jump scare black. You say roll it back. Hey, remember that. Remember that. You say pause here, watch that stare. Monster in the mirror, living in the chair. I feel the chill when you hit play. You turn the horror up and you talk me through the fray. Remember that. Remember that. Every slash of flash, every shadow on the wall. Remember that. You rewind the kill scenes, you name them all. I can't look away when you drag me back through the dark of the screen and the jump scare black. You say roll it back. Yeah, remember that.
So, all right, man, I've got a real giggling problem right now. I'm going to have to get this out of my system. All right. So we'll get back into the middle of the movie. As Arnie becomes more obsessed with Christine, Christine seems to become equally obsessed with Arnie.
Oh, man. You can't
Sexuality of Christine has not been revealed in the movie.
Happens when I ain't had no sleep. I'm just like
Corky, do you need me to come up with something for the middle of the movie?
Dude, I'm crying right now. I'm laughing so hard. I'm a professional. I'll get through this. I'm gonna have to do it quick though, or I'm gonna start laughing. All right.
You haven't stopped laughing. He can't get started.
Man, Corky was so ready to be like, guys, I've been thinking about this theory I got.
Corky in his
But just listen.
All right, I am a professional. I got this. All right, we'll get on into the middle of the movie. As Arnie becomes more obsessed with Christine, Christine becomes equally obsessed with Arnie. Lee realizes, is it Lee or League? Lee realizes very quickly that something isn't right with this car, especially after she nearly chokes to death. You guys are cracking me up. Just sitting here, man. I ain't doing nothing. You looked at me while I was trying to talk.
I'm looking at my camera.
If you make eye contact,
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.